Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I'm so sorry about my funny voice. I'm still a little bit sick, so please bear with me with my funny voice. I'm just having a cup of coffee with me at the moment, so have a coffee with me. In the video today, I want to talk with you about growing pomelo in cool temperate climate. So, you know that pomelo, they're very popular in tropical and subtropical climate. You can mostly go everywhere, as long as you have a good drainage and have a lot of sun, and of course you have to feed them regularly. But in our climate, it's quite cold in the winter, that we often have very heavy frost. The temperature last year in the winter in my area went down to -7 degrees Celsius, so it's very cold. So I got one pomelo tree here, and I have it in the container. It looks beautiful. Is it beautiful? And I want to talk with you about that and how you can grow pomelo in the cool temperate climate. So here, just let's look at beautiful pomelo. And I want to show you this is a variety. So it is called Flick Yellow Pummelo. And if you watch my seated tour, I think a year ago, I did show you this tree. And it was having 3 fruit on because I want to test them. Because I was curious about what the fruit of pomelo of this variety like. I ate a lot in Vietnam when I was still in Vietnam. So I really like to try this variety, what it tastes like. And this is hybrid pomelo. So, I was very curious, and I have to say they was delicious. Now, this pomelo tree, you can see that I got 1 fruit on because I didn't intend to keep any fruits this year, but at the end I missed 1 fruit. So here it is. It's very late and it bloomed, and okay, I kept it. But they normally ripen in very late winter to early spring. So we still have few more months for them to starting fattening up or ripening. So I'm not washing it or anything because my intention is I don't want any fruit this year because I tasted the fruit last year already. So I'm very pleased and happy to wait. But anyway, so this variety is on the website, or on the illustrator, you can buy from several places, and they say that this variety is cold hardy for cold or for cool temperate climate. But a lot of other varieties that they not suggested to grow in our area. So in Australia, you can get from Daily Food Trees online nursery, or I think another website. I forgot the name. But this tree originally I got from Heritage Nursery in Yanamna. On that day, they got only 1 tree. And last year when I came back to get another tree, and the people who work there, they say that since then they couldn't get any more. So I was very lucky. So I have put my name on Danish Food Trees online nursery, and I for a year now, but I haven't got any notification saying that it's ready yet. But I intendly to air layering these branches. Can you see the branches? A little bit hanging out here and very healthy, and I want to do air layering this branches. So I think this branch can be perfect to do air layering next spring. So I think that is my intention, and I have to say this pomelo tree is just doing so well in our area, even we got very cold weather in the winter. So for the first winter, when I got it from the nursery, right in the middle of winter, and I planted the cedar tree, I'll plant the pomelo tree right in here. Let me show you. Just in here. And after that, it survived through the winter well. I just put some star pickets around it, and I put my old curtain on the top. But when we're doing this area of the garden bed and thing, and I didn't think that it makes sense for the pomelo to stay in this area anymore. So I decided to deck it up and plant it in the container. So it has been staying in this container for 2 years now. And I have to say I'm so pleased that the decision that I dug it up and put in the containers, because the fruit can ripening in late winter to early spring. So that means they will spend the whole time to get the fruits ready and ripening in the cold weather, and of course in the frost time as well. So it's not an idea to let the fruit expose into the cold weather like that, because when the frost hits the fruit, that means they will become very mushy, and the fruit will gone. It won't be good anymore. So for this pummelo, normally I don't doing much with them. A lot of my citrus tree, I think they're very low maintenance fruit tree. So most of the time, or most of the years, that the container just stay right here, in the middle of nowhere. And in the winter, I bring the container under the eaves, and very close to my house actually, where I got a lot of citrus trees. Let me show you. Can you see that? Okay, under the eaves there, and it have protected from heavy frost. So normally they just got cold, but they're not hit by direct frost like that. And I always keep the container moist, and I often fertilize most of my citrus trees twice a year. I mean early spring and another dose in mid to late summer, but I try to avoid to fertilize the citrus tree in late autumn, because if you still keep fertilize the citrus, and then they still sending out the new shoot, and when the new shoots expose into or get hit with the heavy frost, and they got burns very quick, because the leaves and all the shoot, they haven't had chance to hardening off yet, so they're very easy to get burned by the frost. And normally I don't have much of pests for my citrus trees, but this year particularly we got a lot of swallowtail butterfly. They often laying eggs around my pummelo and other citrus as well. So they do eat some of my pummelo leaves, but that's fine, because they will grow again and they will bounce back again. Alright, so I don't know much about other variety of pummelo, but this variety, if you want to grow and you live in a cool temperate climate like I live at the garden, it's so nice, and you certainly can grow it, but I wouldn't grow it or put it outside in the winter if you live in the colder zone though, because last year our winter went down to -7 degrees Celsius, but I wouldn't put it outside when the temperature go down any further, like -8 or -9. I think that could be too cold, unless you got the greenhouse or heated greenhouse, or you even can bring the pummelo tree inside of your house. And I just treat this pummelo tree as my citrus tree, and if you can see, it done so well. I think it's 4 times bigger than last year when the garden tour or the citrus tour that I show you in video. I can try to put the picture on the screen so you can see what this tree look like. It was so skinny. So this pummelo tree, they say it is the slowest growing rate of citrus among other citrus. So it takes quite a few years to get established, to get growing, but you can do it. Anyway, so I think that all the information that I talk with you, and I hope that you will learn something from this and you will enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next video. Bye bye.